and welcome to the second episode of our new series Next Gen, which highlights young up-and-coming female footballers in Northern Ireland. Today I'm at the Oval and I'm going to be joined by Olivia Canavan to talk about her experience in football so far. Well, firstly, thank you, Olivia, for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Are you excited?
Yeah, as excited as I can be.
Well, we'll go back to the start. How did you first get involved in football?
I started because my brother played and I just wanted to be better than him, so I think I've done that.
Bit of family rivalry. Where's he playing now?
He hasn't played in a while, but he finished at Abbey Villa a couple of years ago. I think he wants to get back into it, so...
We were talking before the cameras were rolling about you played with the boys up until pretty recently. Talk me through that experience.
It was good because you learn to be like faster and more physical and you don't take any rubbish from anyone, but I think I liked moving to the girls because it's like welcoming and people at your own age as well. So
is the physicality a bit different now that you've moved?
Yeah, like the girls aren't not physical, but there's definitely a difference between the boys and the girls.
Yeah, and then you were in Bangor and you were playing, were you playing with the ladies or were you playing with the boys there?
Both at the same time. I finished the boys this time last year and then I just played my second season for the women in summer.
And what was it like, that kind of the movement between the boys and the girls at Bangor?
It was a big change because the women, not a lot of them were playing like full time because they're working, so probably like the technicality of it was a bit different, but the way we played football was better because it helped me develop in senior football.
Were you proud that Bangor got a women's team when you were there?
Mm-hmm. We had one when I first started Bangor. We had like a full academy and then the women's team were doing really well, and I didn't realise we actually had a women's team when I was playing for the boys, but it was really good to have one.
And then you made that move and you're now a Glens player?
Yeah.
How has that been so far?
It's been really good. I really like the coaches we have and the teammates, and we're playing good football. So
has it been a bit of a jump or have you settled right in?
I think a bit of both. Like everyone is really nice and we play well together, but it's different in terms of the speed. So,
and what's been your highlight for the Glens so far?
Oh my goodness. We played a lot of friendlies down south and against the southern teams, and they are like unreal, so I've learned a lot playing against them, so I think those matches. And we were looking at the photos on the walls that are around us. We're in the Glens boardroom today and we were looking, there's one just there of the women's. Yeah. Is that what you're striving to be in those photos? Yeah, hopefully one day, winning all the cups.
And do you have a player that plays for the Glens that would be your inspiration at the minute?
Well, one of our coaches, Jen, played for the seniors up until her injury, but probably her because she's coached us and she is a centre back as well. So.
And you don't just play for the Glens, you also play for Northern Ireland. That must be very proud.
Yeah, it's really good against the top teams. So.
And then talk me through your favourite experience as a Northern Ireland player so far.
Probably the Euros, because it took a lot of hard work to get there and then be able to play in it. It was pretty big and it was here as well, so it was even better.
I think it's such an achievement of doing that. Talk me through a bit more. What was the crowd like? What was the atmosphere like?
The second two matches were a bit awkward with the time, so there wasn't as many people there. But see, the first match, it was unreal because like the floodlights and everything and all the full stands, so it was great.
And who was that against?
First match was Finland.
And then obviously the senior women. We're in the Euros, and then obviously they seem to be boosting. So would that be your goal, to be playing senior?
I think so, but like I don't really mind if I'm not. I just want to stay involved in football anyway, so I'll see how far I can go. But
when you say stay involved, what would you like to do?
Probably like a sports psychologist or physio or something, just helping off the pitch.
And then you've now got the Mary Peters Fund. Mm-hmm. Talk me through that a bit.
So I got money to put towards like developing my football, and I was able to buy like my sports goggles so I'd be able to play, and then things like fuel for travelling to all the matches and training, so it was really good.
I'm sure that's been a big help.
Yeah, it really was.
How did you get involved with them?
Well, my auntie skied, and she had sport from them, so I kind of got into it through that and athletics, so I knew about it and then just applied.
You've talked a bit in the past about how your visual impairment can kind of hold you back a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you've pushed through those barriers completely now?
No, it's like, because it never really changes. It's really hard mentally, I'd say, as well as physically, but I have the support around me now with my coaches, and my teammates know how to help and everything now, so it gets easier, but it never really goes away.
Well, it must be nice that you've got that support bubble around you now that can make it so much easier and doesn't make it feel like it's kind of something to hold you back. And then what would be your goals like for moving forward, bar, you know, you want to stay in sport, but have you got any ambitions that what would be your dream to achieve? Would you like to play full-time football or?
I think I want to, again, not really play, but do set up like girls' academies for like little girls with disabilities and stuff, so I think that.
Would you have a message to any little girls that are out there?
Football's for everyone, whether you play mainstream or non-mainstream, play. That's it.
And then since before you started to now, have you seen a big growth in little girls that are playing?
Yeah, when I first started there was like 2 girls in our whole league, but now if you were to go watch, say, Londonderry Park on a Saturday morning, there's so many girls in every team, and it's really good to watch.
And what do you think will help to boost that in the future?
I think the women having more matches and more like access to the matches, say like in bigger stadiums to have more crowds or on the TV more, so we have something to look up to.
And then players like you inspiring the future generation?
I suppose so, yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us today,
Yeah,
Olivia.
thank you.